She'd say, well, I don't want you driving no more because you're not focused. She would always say that she don't want me driving. She wants somebody else to drive for me because I have too much going on in my head. And my uncle riding the hill always be laughing at me, you know, because I'd be on the phone talking, I'd be looking in the back seat and driving. And, yeah. So,
as a child, did you feel different?
Lord.
Did you think you were different? Because you had all these thoughts in your head? Did you talk to any of your friends like, man, I be thinking this? And they...
You know, I went to, you know, they put me in an institution for this. You know that, right? That's in my book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put me in the, I spent some time in one of those things, man, because of...
They put you in the 5150 hole. That's a psych hole.
Yeah, I was on a hold, but I was in there. And I spent I stayed there a long ass time.
Do you remember how old you were? I mean,
I was pre-ad, so it had to be 11, 12 years old. So I wasn't quite an adolescent yet. So
were you doing things? I mean, what were you doing that they thought that this would benefit you?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
They said that I was manic depressive, and with suicidal tendencies. They thought that I was going to kill myself. And I never said I was going to kill myself. I did cut my wrist a couple of times. I did overdose a couple of times. But I realize now, you know, that being older, that if you really wanted to just die, you would just die.
Were you looking for attention?
So maybe I was seeking some attention that wasn't there, that has never been there. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say, I say it 1,000 times, but I wasn't controlled. I didn't have parents that'll, you know, stop me from
You didn't have
doing it.
guardrails. You didn't
I
have
didn't have no guardrails. I didn't have no boundaries. You know, my uncles were already grown. You know,
you doing what they do.
I'm doing what they doing. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm smoking weed. I got Indian charges. You know what? I smoked crack for the first time in 1983 when the shit was cool.
That's at the height of the epidemic. In the 80s, in the beginning?
No, that was the cool part in the 80s. Because you had functioning,
fiends.
And you can't say addicts, man. That's not fiends. Proper. They weren't fiends, they just were users.
Right. But you do realize, like, the 80s, that ushered in the crap.
No, it ushered it in, but back in the early 80s, it was cool. Trust me. And now in the 80s, now when I got a hold to the shit and started, it wasn't cool no more.
Right.
That's when the shit started not getting cool. But
so that was before they started stealing TVs and VCRs.
Yeah, that's when they started pawning shit. Yeah. That's when my game switched.
Right.
So I never got hooked on dope. But, you know, my uncle would come in from the construction on another thing too. Like it was all black construction concrete workers and flag men on the side of the road when we were growing up. And then it changed. And I will get back to that. But my uncle would come in, man, he'd have an 8-ball, man. I learned how to cook. He put that shit in the beaker and he'd hit it with the torch and put water in there and burn it until it turned into a long little thing. And it fall out. And I hit it one time. There it is. But I wasn't but 11, 12 years old.